There is a term in media, in marketing, in Madison Avenue called channel planning. And channel planning or connections planning or communications planning became probably the next big idea after account planning itself, which is really in a world where media became unbundled and where media independence rose and traditional or creative shops kind of stagnated. Channel planning was all about recognizing that there were all these touch points that brands could use to connect with consumers and, quite frankly, communicate at or to or advertise through with consumers. So it's still within a very narrow lens, but channel planning was a way for them to do that, to actually say, well, where is that consumer? Where is he or she? Where do they live? And how do we connect with them? And how do we take advantage of everything at our fingertips, including, obviously, but not limited to, search and digital? Well, one of them is video as well. And so there's a kind of a double meaning when I talk about channel planning, because social media and new media and the internet and video itself is a best practice in of itself. But within the YouTube environment, you can also create a channel. I have a channel, youtube.com/JaffyJuiceTV. Jaffy Juice TV has its own channel. But here's something that you might not know. About 2+ years ago, a small company, maybe you've heard of them, called Johnson & Johnson, they also go by J&J, upstart challenger brand, created a health channel on YouTube. And today, all this time later, they've had over something like 2.4 or 2.5 million views on their channel. Now that might not seem like a lot, especially for a brand that goes out and can buy that, with a rounding error in a sense. But these are not ads per se. On a health channel, there are videos about gastric bypass and how what do you call it? Is it a stint? An arterial stint.
Stunt, I think.
No, you and I pull off stunts.
I know.
It's
a shunt or something like that. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. The thing to make the artery bigger. The little balloon.
The balloon.
Yeah.
And we're on to.
Well, that's why we're not doctors.
And we're on to Ricky Gervais and Bucky Guntz. Congratulations on your Emmy win. But I mean, these are not ads. These are pieces of content, 2 or 3 minutes maybe at a time, informational, educational, inspirational, empowering videos that help educate consumers. And J&J has been slowly and almost under the radar creating this repository of content. What's so important about the content, again, if I'm giving you a lesson on YouTube, which I'm sure you don't need, but in case you do, is the fact that this all lives in a wonderful world where the long tail wags vociferously, where Google rules. Remember, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the entire world. And so here you have a brand that is slowly but surely doing everything that I've written about, that I've spoken about. Marketing is a commitment, not a campaign. Planting seeds and sticking around long enough to see what sprouts up. The giant, impregnable, I can never get that word right. I should stop always saying that on camera. The giant oak tree as opposed to the miraculous viral beanstalk. So congratulations to J&J, but more importantly to you, this is a best practice in of itself. Jaffe@power.com, @JaffyJuice on Twitter. It's time to flip the funnel now. Pick up a copy of my new book, available wherever books are sold.